Hi. Of course, my dog starts barking. My name is Brianna, and I am the owner of the Lip Crush, and I am here today to teach you how to do up-close eye pictures. This is also basically the same steps to do up-close lip pictures. So basically anything you need to take a picture of that's up close. Hopefully you can't hear them. My dog's barking and everyone's yelling at him. Hopefully this video will help. So I guess the first thing is you're like, what do you mean up close eye pictures? I'm going to insert a few examples right now. Okay, so those are hopefully examples. Hopefully I can edit those in, of what I mean by up close eye pictures. So I'm going to teach you really quickly how to get them. So your first two most important things are going to be lighting and which camera you use. Now, when I say lighting, you can use a ring light. If you aren't in the space in your business right now where a ring light is possible to afford, I get you. I was there for a while. So your other option, and kind of honestly one of your best options, is natural indirect sunlight in front of a window. I really like my ring light for when I'm doing videos like I am now. I really like my ring light when it's like super overcast and I just can't get a good photo in front of the window because it's so dreary and dark. Otherwise, I 100% use natural indirect light from my window in my office or right over there. So the easiest thing to do in that case, we get you a handy dandy small little mirror, right? Why? Because of what camera you're going to be using. So indirect sunlight really quickly just means go stand by a window, and as long as the sun isn't blaring directly in your face, that's going to be indirect sunlight. You can find the best indirect sunlight. The only time, again, that sucks is if it's overcast. It might be a little bit hard. Your pictures may pick up a little bit more of a yellow tone, and that's where having the ability to have a ring light really kind of helps, but it's not the end of the world. So, okay. Indirect sunlight. How many times am I going to say that, Brianna? Probably too many. The next important thing is which camera you're using. You, for up-close pictures, do not want to use your selfie camera. Your forward-facing selfie camera is not going to be your best friend. Why? Because it has less megapixels, meaning the picture isn't going to look as nice, as good, as clear, and as color corrected as it should. So you want to use, that's my life in a nutshell. You want to use your back camera, the normal, regular camera, okay? And a keynote here, clean your lens. You have no idea how dirty your shit gets all every day. So use the camera here, and that's why I did bring up the fact that you might want a mirror. So for what I do, when I use my window, I keep looking at it like you guys know what my office looks like. I will prop my mirror up on like the window ledge. That way, when I'm using my back-facing camera, I will have the ability to see myself. Hi, self. Otherwise, I would not have this ability and I will be going in blind, and that's not really going to work. So a little mirror, So a little mirror goes a long way. The other thing you can do, if it's something that's affordable for you, is Amazon, and I'll try and link it, has this nifty little guy that has a mini ring light with a, hey, that's my drink, it's water, with a mini ring light with a mirror built in. And I do tend to use these, especially if I'm being lazy and I don't feel like going to the window and setting up the ledge and booting the mirror up and doing all this. I will just use this bad boy and turn the light basically all the way up so I get as accurate color as I can, because I'm lazy. And if I can remember to, I will link it. If I don't link it, someone just yell at me and tell me to link it, okay? Okay. So, lighting, front camera, probably a mirror. Those are your 3 things. Next, how do you do it? Okay. So I'm going to take my camera. I'm on the front. When it comes to your eye makeup, you're kind of going to have to play around a lot. Do you know how many selfies you take to get the best one? You're going to take just as many eye photos or lip photos to get the best one. What I do is I move my hair out of my way. We're going to clip it. So start with clipping your hair out of the way. It's a really sexy look, I know. So I typically will tilt my head, raise my brow, because it just looks more aesthetically pleasing to have this raised brow. You know, brush your brow hair back, or if you don't, you can edit it, it's fine. So well, tilt my head, raise my brow, and what you want to make sure you do is tap the screen where you want to focus, because if your focus and your lighting is down here, it's not going to pick up the best photo of what you're trying to get. Okay, so you want to tap the screen where not only do you want to focus the camera, but where the lighting should be focused too, because if it's focusing anywhere else, you run the risk of it being too bright or too dark on your actual subject. So tilt your head, lift your brow, do that, and then take 700 pictures, right? So you're gonna look at the camera, take a picture, tap again, look somewhere else, take a picture, tap again, look somewhere else, take a picture. And you're gonna keep doing this until you find a photo that you like. I'll see you in 20 minutes, okay? No, seriously. You kind of have to figure out what's gonna work for you, okay? Same for the lip pictures. You're going to puff your lips, or do you want your mouth open? Do you want it closed? Do you want to smile? What do you want? You have to find what's going to work best for you, your eye shape, what your makeup is looking like that day. For example, today, I may not take that exact angle because the focus is more in here and not stuff that's going on out here on my eye. So it's going to vary from person to person. Just play with it until you find something you like. From there, I basically use 2 apps. One to do small edits, and the other is to put my watermark in it. So the first one I use is Facetune. It is free. I don't use Facetune 2. I don't understand it. For some reason, it's totally freaking different, and I don't like it. So I will use Facetune, the OG, and I'll bring up the wonderful, beautiful picture. It's so sexy. I want to use, right? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my canvas, which is my crop ratio. We're going to do 1:1 because we're typically putting this on what? Instagram, things like that, right? And when I do my ratio on Facetune, I don't really care about what's going on right here. I don't really care about getting it the perfect crop, because once I go put it in my other app that I use to do my my watermark, I fix that part. So I'm just gonna crop it down so I don't have to pay attention to so much. And the few things I will do is, one, I will tend to brighten the eye. So I'll go to the white, where is it? I'll go to whiten, and I might whiten my eye a little bit. And I don't know if you're able to see it, but you can see a little bit of a difference, okay? So I'll whiten my eye. I go to the details button because this is always pretty, and I'll detail my eye just because it makes my eye color look pretty. It does nothing to the actual picture. It just makes my eye look pretty. See? Aesthetically pleasing. And then I will go into the defocus. After I hit myself in the face, I will go into the defocus and I will go to blur. And what I'm going to blur here is everything around the eye. So the skin out here, the skin down here. I'm not going to blur real close to the color. Why? Because if I have fine lines and wrinkles, I'm going to let you see them because that's reality. Personally, I don't like seeing eye makeup looks with this smooth, perfect, flawless, whatever. Because you know why? It looks photoshopped. Because you know why? Because it is. That's not reality. So I will leave. It's hard, might be hard to tell in the video. There's little teeny tiny little fine lines. I'm leaving those. All I'm doing is blurring the skin around my eye because I just don't need the focus there. So I have blurred like this out. That's it. So my brow, all of this, even in this corner, that's not blurred. Okay. That's just my skin. It's how my skin looks. I use Synergence products. Skin looks great. It's not, is it perfectly flawless? No, but that's okay. And that's kind of it. The only other thing I might do is if I have like a stray eyebrow hair or something that was needed to be tweezed, or, you know, sometimes I end up with a little dot of makeup of some kind in my eye that I don't notice is there when I'm taking the photo. I'll just go in and use the patch option, and I'll patch it out. Just kind of remove it. Remove that little stray eyebrow hair. Only because for me personally, seeing eyebrow hairs is kind of distracting. And I don't want that kind of distraction. I want you to see the makeup. And I'm not taking anything from the actual makeup. I'm not adjusting the look of the eye. I'm just taking something that's a little distracting in my brain and taking it away. So that's it. From there, I'll save it. And then I like to use WordSwag. But you can use whatever app that you can put text into and watermark your photo. Always watermark your photo. You took the time to take the photo. You took the time to edit the photo. You took the time to put the makeup on. Be proud of it, watermark it. And that way, if anyone else ever ends up using it, there's some way still crediting you for your amazingness. So that's how I do my photos. I hope this helps. Quick recap, I guess. Lighting, ring lights, or probably more preferably indirect sunlight. Use your front camera. That guy, not this guy, that guy. Clean your lens. Tap to focus. So tap the screen when you focus. Use a mirror, obviously, so you can see what on earth you're doing. And Facetune is really awesome. It gives you just like the bare minimum to be able to take away any distractions, maybe brighten your eye. I have really red eyes just as a human. That's how my eyes look. That's why I use that brightening app or that brightening feature. I don't tend to take the red veins out because that's just how my eyes are always going to look. But I do brighten it just a little bit. Again, it just makes it slightly more aesthetically pleasing, but it's not adjusting the actual makeup look, which is the important part. And yeah, watermark. So I think that's it. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please never hesitate to ask me. Okay. Bye, guys.